You're listening to an Airwave Media podcast.
Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neal, and Jeff. This is Triviality.
Hello, and welcome to Triviality, the game where a lack of seriousness meets a little bit of knowledge. Once again, me and Neal in the studio with our friend Earl,
Hello.
who's covering for the boys who could not make it today.
Yeah, you've ingested both Matt and Jeff.
Yes.
And you ate their lunch, too.
Yes. I'm quite
You did?
full.
Yeah. How have you enjoyed being here for 3 weeks?
3 weeks now. Yeah, I had to bring out the sleeping bag one more time, and it's been enjoyable. Thank you for feeding me and taking care of me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Now, it puts the lotion on the skin or else it gets the hose again.
Yes.
So how do you feel about the life of a Triviality podcaster?
It's a long grind.
It's a long grind. It's a long day.
It's a long day,
But we're
yeah.
having a blast here.
Yeah. No, we're having a blast. And speaking of that, there's going to be a blast from the past very shortly here. But no, we're excited because we have just two great guests. One that we had just had the pleasure of meeting, who we've invited back here to host this time. Not play. We'll start with them. One of our Patreon supporters, Alan. How are you? Thanks so much for being back after a few weeks ago.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, guys. It's a pleasure and always great to see you all.
Yeah, and just remind folks at home a little bit about yourself and anything else you'd like to say.
I'm Alan. I am a proud papa of my son. He is 15 and he graduates next year with a college degree. I will take any chance to brag about him for that. And other than that, I'm a CPA and I like woodworking, and I'm going to go snowboarding with my girlfriend for Christmas. So
That sounds
awesome.
awesome. Where are you guys snowboarding?
we are going to
The hill down the street.
Currently I'm in New Orleans, so I'm going uphill for if anything. But we're going to Sugarloaf, Maine. We're going
okay.
Her whole family is going out there. So
That sounds good. And you're going to be going to Maine for some geocaching.
Spring break. That's my plan. Yeah.
Nice.
So in what part? You said Bangor, Maine, Portland, Maine.
And heading up into Canada and checking out all those areas as well.
Nice. That'll be fun. Well, Alan, thanks so much for being here. You're going to be hosting today's game. But we needed an extra player, and we brought one of our good friends who we love having on the show. We can't believe it's been as long as it has been. But cinephile and longtime supporter of the show, Keith Moser. How are you, Keith?
Doing good, Neal. Thanks for having me back.
Of course. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Let folks, what's been new with you. Let folks at home know a little bit about you if they just, started listening to the show.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years since I hosted my first show with you guys. And then before that, it was the Broadway mini league that probably the year before. But my kids are now 7 and 5. Abby is in 2nd grade and Nate will go to kindergarten next year. I do QA work, analyzing code and debugging, finding bugs. There are plenty of them out there. And yeah, like you said, watch a lot of movies. I think I've watched over 230 so far this year, and we'll probably get to 250 by year end, which, Alan, I see your face, but that's actually slow for me. I've also watched a lot of TV and read a lot of books this year. 230 is actually low. I think I was over close to 400 last year. So,
You're just spreading the love now with the books and the TV.
yeah, my brain is just overflowing with too much media. It's pushing out information. I'm scared of what I'm going to forget with Alan's questions today.
And you're posting all that stuff on Letterboxd, right?
Yeah, I do have a Letterboxd account. It basically, I used to always tweet my reviews, so they were always like either 140 or 280 characters, and I just don't really have time to write more than that. So I still keep that same structure going. But yeah, I'm what am I? Agrajag, Agrajag, Agrajag on Letterboxd. If you want to see my 280 character reviews, and I make a lot of lists. I don't think if there's a list I can rank, I will rank it.
I like it. Well, you're going to be here playing today. We're going to do a pub triviality game, so we'll be playing against the listener.
Which means there are no rules.
There are no rules.
In fact, the rules are so loose that
Yeah.
we've opted to make a special exception today.
That's right.
And play a rules read.
Yeah, Keith, you brought it up to us, and it's a blast from the past and one that we really enjoyed. Do you want to set it up for us?
Yeah, I remember hearing this rule read once, and no offense to everyone always asking for Gilbert or Dutch Boy or Patrick maybe, but there was a musical sung version of the rules that I wanted to come on here and ask for. So I was sad that we're doing pub trivia But because there are no rules, why don't we play the
We can
musical
do
rules even though they
whatever
don't
we
apply
want.
to the game?
Yeah, we can do whatever we want here. This is pub triviality, baby.
Yeah, it is. We'll do whatever we want. So this is courtesy of our friend Rue O'Donnell, who sent this many years ago, and we're going to have to put it back in the rotation.
The rules of the game are simple. 2 rounds of 10 questions worth 10 points apiece. In between, there's a swing round. And after that, the wager points they've got 5 categorized questions, give it their best shot to be the cream of the crop.
Boy, I feel energized. How about you guys?
Yeah, I am totally energized. I feel like if you're listening to this, maybe we'll send an email. Maybe if you guys have the time, there's no rush, obviously. Maybe we get one for Pub Triviality.
You're crazy. You can't ask him to do another one.
It's so good though. What a great call by Keith. Like as I said off recording, it's like I had Aaron Rodgers with the smelling salts. I'm like awake, ready to do the play here and get sacked most likely because I'm old. But I love it. Yeah, thank you, Keith.
Thank you for humoring me.
Of course. No, we have to. All right. Well, we're here, Pub Triviality. We need a team name though, and Keith, you did lead the charge to have us play the rules read. What do you want our team name to be today?
I guess in honor of the most recent film I just went to the theater last week, we can be Triviality, the Whole Bloody Affair.
Sounds good.
All right,
Yeah, that Kill Bill release, right?
Yeah, not starring Paul Dano, I guess. So
No, he's on the outs.
The one thing missing for sure.
Yeah, would have been better with Matthew Lillard in it, perhaps.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Speaking of Triviality, the Whole Bloody Affair, you were talking about your kids' ages and grades. I think Triviality would be like a 2nd or 3rd grader at this point, right?
Yeah, we'd be 8 or 9 years old. I don't know what we would be. Anyone? You guys are dads.
Well, based on the grades, maybe you would have been held back once or twice. I don't know, the passing grades.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. So we're eternally in 4th grade, basically, is what we're saying.
Well, Alan, we are ready to rock. We have a team. Let's fire away.
All right. So much like society and rules, today there are no rules. So I already, one of society's biggest rules is to tell the truth. I already lied to you guys because you asked if I had 25 questions. I have 2 sets of 10 with a midpoint that I'm going to call it's a 10-set question. So you'll see it's going to move quickly. Cool. But I didn't want to delay earlier. So jumping right into it. We're going to start with a small little detail from anime that carries a lot of emotional weight for myself. Just a simple hat worn by a boy. Which Dragon Ball is on Gohan's hat in Dragon Ball Z?
So I believe the question would be a number answer with a number of stars.
Correct.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know at all. Any Dragon Ball fans?
I definitely watched it a lot when I was not a lot. I watched it occasionally when I was younger. It was always like annoying. I would watch it and like nothing happened, and I would tune back next week and it like still nothing happened. They're fighting,
still screaming at each other. Well, I think there's how many Dragon Balls are there? 10?
Well,
how many Dragon Balls we got in the
26
studio
if we
right
got
now?
to the Z, right?
So I think we should pick a number 1 through 10.
4.
4.
Oh, my favorite number.
And 4 is correct.
Whoa,
Actually.
yeah. All right.
Unlucky number.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's the irony of it for the show. So great job, guys. All right, moving right along then. Sticking in the anime world, every great legacy has a beginning and some start or before they start crossing the grand line. So what was Luffy's ever first bounty, and who did he defeat to receive the bounty?
Ooh, that's a tough question. Only for me.
Is that a One Piece question?
Yeah, it's a One Piece. I believe the first one was 25 mil. And I think it was after he defeated Arlong.
Arlong is correct. You're very close to 25.
20 mil? 20 mil?
It was 30 mil.
30 mil.
That was one that I asked my son. He knows you're a One Piece fan, and he sent me 50 million in response, and then like 2 minutes later, like all exclamations. I meant 30. It was really cute and fun. So that was 30 million berries, and yes, he defeated Arlong.
I apologize that I half failed on that.
I've never seen One Piece. Have you seen One Piece, Keith?
I saw it in the Macy's Day Parade. I saw the float, and
Yes,
that's
me
about
too.
it.
That's about it.
So mainstream right now.
It is. Yeah, I see
I love it.
T-shirts.
The thing I was enjoying, 15 years ago by myself, huddled in a cold corner, now is extremely popular. I'm
Keith
happy to
loves
see it.
watching content, but I'm sure you might know this already, Keith. But how many episodes are there?
1,000
something?
300 now?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Something like that.
Who has the time?
Yeah, right.
This guy.
When you have 230 movies. Okay. So sticking with 30 million, in the 1930s, the United States was rebuilding due to the public works projects and after the Great Depression. There is one domestic project that started off the great spending. I will give you a hint that the Hoover Dam is not the first project that cost over 30 million, as the Hoover Dam was technically multiple projects. So what was the first singular domestic public works project to exceed 30 million?
Maybe like Golden Gate Bridge or something?
Oh, that's interesting.
Or maybe it's something a little less flashy.
What about like a highway?
Yeah, maybe.
Like
Keith, you got any ideas?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, like the TWA. I don't know that that's one project. I guess that was the agency that oversaw all the projects. I don't even remember if Alan mentioned TWA, and that's why it's in my brain. But yeah, I mean,
California is you're in the right area with California. I'll give you that little nod.
What about Alcatraz?
Okay. Well, yeah, 1930. Would it have been around before then?
Oh yeah, probably.
That's what I'm trying to think. Alcatraz is interesting though. So around California, yeah, Golden Gate Bridge. I mean, that was right around with Los Angeles and all the oil companies were having them build the highways so people use
maybe
gas.
one of the famous California highways.
Yeah, like the 101 or something, or the 110.
Let's say Golden Gate Bridge, I think.
I feel like the way Alan gave us a hint, we're close, but I would be surprised if Golden Gate was correct.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I feels like
maybe
you're close, but not quite there.
The highway then?
Would the not transatlantic, Pacific Coast Highway? Would that be government?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, let's say that.
So you're getting a little closer with Pacific Coast Highway leading to Long Beach. So the Public Works Act, the first $30 million project, was for public schools after the Long Beach earthquake of 1933. It was the first singular funded project to be over 30 million in American history. Real quick, Neil, you brought up the interstates. Of course, I was looking into that, trying to ask questions around that, but that would basically equate into like the trillions nowadays, based on because of how, so that was a rabbit hole that I didn't need to spend time on the other day, but I did regardless. So speaking of dividing lines, growing up in the 90s, I'm sure or those here that did, I'm sure we're all very familiar with GoldenEye and one of the famous P90s. What does the P stand for in the P90 handgun from GoldenEye?
Oh, geez, my brain for a second there thought you were connecting GoldenEye on N64 with P90X, the workout program.
Oh man, do you know what the P stands for, Keith?
No, I totally forgot. Like, I've actually been down a rabbit hole watching some YouTubers and Twitch people replay GoldenEye right now, but I didn't notice or remember the name. I'm not great with guns. It probably wouldn't be a Paluger.
Well, yeah, I mean, because I know he often used a Walther PPK, which also has a P in it. Performance pistol, yeah.
But that you said P90, right? That probably wasn't the pistol.
Correct, P90. Subtle hint: it's as simple of a word as pistol, but it is not pistol.
Is it? Were the P90s the small guns, or are they like? Is it a personal
Personal?
I don't know. Like,
maybe.
This is not a gun.
I don't remember I don't remember this loadout specifically.
If you refer back to the previous question, the axe was known as the
Public?
The Public, or Project 90 is what it stands for.
Oh,
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Which gun is that again? The P90.
It's the one that's slightly elongated barrel. It's like because the PPX is that little one that he's like doing the with.
Right.
The P90 is the Russian version, so it's a slimmer, longer barrel.
Oh, okay.
So moving on to, speaking of Russia, we're going to deal with U.S. government. That was an accident, but it makes sense. This federal agency existed long before it had any enforcement power, and it had one mission: understand the land. What is the name of the agency originally created to map the country and not enforce laws?
To map the country. So Secret Service, famously originally about counterfeiting.
Right, about money.
That's
So
what I
I
was
wouldn't
hoping
say
he was going to
Secret
ask or say.
Same.
Earl, you map the country all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, talking about Federal Bureau of Investigation, that could still work.
We're going to investigate these pines,
Yeah. This land.
this land.
They set out all those survey markers, the geodetic survey stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea if that helps, but
The FBI did?
no, just
So, and I'm guessing, Alan, this is a pretty famous wing of the government, or part of the government that we're just not thinking that did this before, right?
I would say lean on Earl a little here. That's what I'll say.
I mean, the Federal Bureau of Investigation could be to investigate the land, and then they became crime fighters or crime investigators later.
is it the U.S. Geological Survey?
It is the U.S. Geological Survey. Absolutely.
Right.
Wow,
They set out
nice.
those things.
Good
Yeah.
job, Earl.
Been a while.
Is that geocaching?
Now they fight crime?
You know what? If they didn't, I will sell it. Like, if we bring this idea out into the ether, CBS will do a series about geological survey guys who get the guns but gets to investigate.
Well,
the
that would
crimes.
definitely be Pierce Brosnan from Dante's Peak.
Oh yeah.
I'm a geologist. Trust me, I'm a geologist.
If you're an older woman who is most likely a grandmother, do not help him in the water anywhere, because you're not going to fare very well.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Speaking of geography, which I'm very poor at, going all the way across countries, or excuse me, I said that incorrectly, but spanning across this country, most state flags tell the story on both sides, the same story. One state, however, has bitten off more than it can chew. Which flag has two different sides, and what are on those sides?
Are you a vexillologist,
How has this
Keith?
one not come up?
I know, right?
No.
I've never heard this question.
This is something that has come up in the past. It's definitely a question I've heard before.
So a flag with both sides. It's a United States state flag?
It is a 50-state state flag, yes.
Okay.
What about Hawaii? Like one for like post-colonization and one for pre-colonization?
That doesn't. I feel like I would know it if I heard it. I'm going through the 50 states to see if it's like the alphabet trick, but like the state trick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think it's either Washington or Oregon. Washington, I feel, is a field of blue, so it's probably not that.
So Oregon.
I think it's Oregon, but it's one of those things that I've heard the first part of the question. I don't think I've ever actually heard, like, what is it? So, like, I don't know what, I mean, I would guess it might still be like a stupid seal on one side and like, I don't know, something, I don't know what else on the back. I would just be making something up, but I think Oregon.
Let's go with it.
Yeah, let's go with it.
All right,
That feels right when I got to it. Am I wrong?
We're going to get 750 million of the possible billion points on this one. It is Oregon.
Wow.
One side is the state seal, and they bit off more than they can chew because the other side is a beaver.
Oh.
Oh, wow. What a poll, Keith. Good job.
And just someone had asked, I don't know what makes a state old or newer, but Oregon was the 33rd state, and it was admitted in February 14th of 1859. I looked it up because I don't know anything about that kind of stuff.
Okay.
It's in our second half, so I guess that technically makes it later. Wasn't one of the first 25.
These next few are going to certainly be a little more for me. So just please bear with me. Before we had spreadsheets and dashboards and everything, all technological now, we were literally rubbing things against stone for original finance. What modern business term comes from rubbing metal on stone to test authenticity?
Etching, something like that.
What's it called on when you go get something evaluated and they're like
Appraisal.
That's close, yeah.
But best I can do is $20.
We'll say appraisal.
You were getting close. I don't know if we were going to get there, though. So it's actually benchmark. I didn't know this until
Benchmark, yeah.
came across it, and I verified it. And yeah, that was pretty interesting. I like learning
That
things
makes
in the
sense.
business etymology world. So rubbing metal on stone to test the authenticity is to benchmark something. So
And rubbing oneself on wood is necrophilia, or I mean dendrophilia. Dendrophilia is what I meant to say.
if you go to Arizona, then it could be also necrophilia in the deadwood
That's
forest.
true. Yeah.
Okay. So sticking with bench, and us accountants, we do enjoy a nice seat. What financial term comes from the Italian word for bench?
Don't even have a definition for us this time, Alan. You're really just, do you know Italian?
I do not. But it's a financial term for seat. I'm just trying to think of any financial terms that might sound Italian.
Do you have any other hints you can give us on this one, Alan?
Gorlami.
You would see a lot of people seated, and it definitely has a chairperson. I didn't have a hint ready, so I kind of made that one up for you.
Okay. It's not parliament.
Chairperson makes me think committee or something.
Oh, committee, like
We could say committee.
Is there a financial, like,
If you say it like Italian, like committee.
Keith, what do you think?
I was just wondering, like, committee is good, but if I think of the word committee, I don't think that's like financial terms. So I'm just wondering if there's something more specific to finance of, like, is a bureau? I guess that's also widely used.
Like a
Finance.
financial board.
Bureau's not bad.
Yeah, bureaus. I mean, it sounds more French, EAU, but maybe that comes from an Italian word.
Yeah, I'm getting nothing else though.
All right, let's go with that.
You had the B correct, and I'm going to give you 1,000 theoretical points because I have heard bureau be called this. It is a bank, simply. The bank comes from the Italian word for bench.
Wow.
But I have heard bureau used as bank by different teachers. I don't know how antiquated that is, so that's why I can't verify it. But anecdotally,
Credit bureaus are a type of bank that I don't use.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
So sticking in the business and the digital age, our vocabulary today is very inherited of physical objects from the lore from back then. What office term comes from the Latin word meaning wooden box? It's both, we can say both physical office and Microsoft Office. I'll give you that hint.
That's helpful. So what we have? We got Word, Excel,
PowerPoint.
Probably not that.
No.
Access.
File.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
It feels short though to Latin wooden box. I would expect something longer, like almost like wooden box, two words together, like file, but it can't be file cabinet. I don't know.
I think file is good because like phylum too is like related to wood.
Very good point. I was trying to think of other words that might come from Latin that might be helpful, but I like file.
Okay. Yeah, let's try it.
It is file. Awesome. Way to grab that one.
Good job, Ken.
All right. Need the full teamwork there on that one.
Yeah, you know, once we hit our break, I think we're gonna have to play that song again to get juiced up.
I think so.
That's why I said this one was certainly for me, guys. Look, my birthday's in 5 days. We have Christmas in a little too, so this was my present to myself. So
My birthday's in
No,
3 days.
it's fantastic. We just need a little jet fuel. You know what I'm saying?
all right, number 10 for round one. I'd much rather play with Play-Doh than ever use it for its original purpose and re-wallpaper my parents' kitchen. But in the 50s, what household item was first marketed to preserve newspapers?
Oh, maybe silly putty,
Oh, because then you would roll it over the
and then you could
comic.
reprint it on something.
I mean, I know we did that as kids. I don't.
Was that silly?
putty?
Saran wrap?
Yeah, carbon paper, the paper. I don't know that you cook with.
Parchment paper.
Parchment paper.
Any
Cellophane.
yeah.
Like that.
Any intuition, Keith?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was some sort of spray to like make the paper solid, like a hairspray maybe came to mind.
Oh, I like that. I guess and also the ink would have been probably wouldn't have lasted that well, right? You'd have to like preserve that, but
Gotta spray the newspapers. Hairspray? That's pretty cool. Make a little clear coat. Yeah, let's try it.
I thought I was going to lead you down when you started saying silly putty, but then, Ken, you did mention it. It is saran wrap, actually.
Oh,
okay.
And that's funny because I had no idea about that until a few weeks ago when I made this question. And that's actually how I save notes that my son writes. I just put them because it's cheap and easy, and I just wrap them in saran wrap. So
that's a really good idea, actually.
Come to find out, it works perfectly.
After 10 questions, not doing as good as we should be, but we're hanging in there. I'm giving us 5 points for question number 2 because you had half of that anime question right. So we have 45 points. So we got 4.5 questions out of 10 correct. But I think we're going to do better here moving forward. We got the juice. Keith has energized us. He just sent us some monster, so we'll be good.
Most importantly, we have our patron supporters. Got a couple in the house today. And you guys out there, if you have been thinking about joining us on Patreon and haven't done so yet, please do. We have tons of bonus content out there for you guys. Probably like 100 hours of bonus content. If you can't get enough Triviality, check us out there. Weekly brand new episodes delivered on Patreon for just $5 a month. So please check us out there. And we'll be right back after these messages for more of the game.
This episode is brought to you by Greenlight. Get this. Adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't. From swimming lessons to piano classes, us parents invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids financial literacy skills like earning, saving, and investing. And this investment costs less than that after-school treat. Start prioritizing their financial education and future today with a risk-free trial at greenlight.com/Spotify. Greenlight.com/Spotify.
Are you looking for a podcast that your whole family can enjoy that asks the deep philosophical questions like, do trees fart?
If you are, then you'll love Tumble, a science podcast for kids. I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Marshall. Join us as we explore stories of science discovery, from butts to animals, dinosaurs, astronomy, and everything in between.
You'll love these stories, and you'll learn something new.
Find and follow Tumble Science Podcast for Kids wherever you get your podcasts, or at sciencepodcastforkids.com.
If you're interested in what's happening in the world of technology, you will love our Roundtable News Show, This Week in Tech. Hi, this is Leo Laporte. Every Sunday, I bring the best tech journalists together to talk about the week's tech news. This week, the showdown between Anthropic and the Department of Defense, Apple's big week ahead, Samsung's new phone, and a whole lot more. Join me this week and every week for Twit. You'll find it at our website, twit.tv, or wherever you get your podcasts.
So what's the special little midpoint that you got going for us?
All right. Well, it's funny you mentioned monsters because Melville Dewey was an absolute monster. Back when white men especially were not chastised for their behavior, he was removed from the American Library Association for sexual harassment. He was quite racist and explicitly excluded Jewish and Black peoples from any of his different organizations or groups. However, he also was a monster for making my early education very, very daunting and terrifying every time I went to the library. So I am going to give you the 10 classification numbers and the 10 classifications, and I would like you to pair them, please. This will very much lead into the next round. So I'm going to give you the numbers all in a randomized order, as well as the classifications in a randomized order. So the numbers do range. They'll go from 000 up to 100. Then the next one is 101 up to 2. But I'm just only going to give you the beginning 3-digit number. So going in order, we're going to do, or in a random order, excuse me. The first number is 500. Second number is 900. 700. 600. 100. 800. 000. 300. 200. And 400. Then randomized classifications, when y'all are ready. We have religion, language, general works, philosophy and psychology, applied sciences, arts and recreation, history and geography, natural science, literature, and social sciences. Please pair them up.
Well, I'll tell you, unfortunately, in the library I worked at, we do not use Dewey. Fortunately or unfortunately. Fortunately or unfortunately.
The congressional version.
I try to take my kids to the library, and I actually studied this just a couple weeks ago. So I'm going through.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So I might be a cinephile, but I'm also a library nerd. I kind of wish I had time to volunteer there, because I love, like, my library here is organized in my own system of, like, alphabetical by things. All my DVDs are alphabetical. I would love nothing more than to take one of those carts of books, returns, and just find the place. I sometimes in the kids section rearrange and fix the jumbled mess that I see. But I'm going through the list here, and I think I'm going to get 10 out of 10, because I just literally I'm walking around.
Well, that's fantastic, because I
love that.
Idea.
I thought we might get like 3. I love that. That's awesome, man. Keith,
I hope I don't move anything, but I everything's making sense to me right now. We have 000 at general works. 100 is philosophy. 200 is religion. 300 is social science. 400 language. 500 natural science. 600 applied science. 700 arts and recreation. 800 literature. 900 history and geography.
A perfect 10. That's astounding. Well done, sir.
Wow. That's one of the most impressive things that we've ever had on the show.
I have to say, I agree. Yes, absolutely.
So maybe we just end it here.
And the entire show?
No, yeah.
I feel the music flowing through me.
Good call. Man. Yeah, that was impressive. Yeah, that's really cool, though. I didn't even, once you kind of see it laid out that way, it really does actually make sense, kind of, so.
All right, so with that, once again, want to remind you guys to check out our Patreon page. We have tons of bonus content. If you want to go higher than $5 a month, feel free to, and we'll send you some nice swag, some nice boxes, some loot, posters, signed posters. So please do check out our Patreon at patreon.com/trivialitypodcast, and we'll be back after this quick break.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, we're back. You got a final 10 questions for us, and we are ready.
All right. So the reason for that midpoint was I used it for inspiration to write the next 10. So starting with question 1 of general works. This is general works covers anything that was never designated to have a true form, or if it was found in an encyclopedia, it could be in there. So using my encyclopedic knowledge of wasps, because I love them and they receive a terrible reputation, surprising to us as humans, what form of social intelligence do certain wasps demonstrate? And I do have a hint if you would like it. It's a vague hint, but there is a hint.
Yeah, we'll take a hint. So we could get on the right track here.
So we scientists believe this social intelligence was only exhibited in mammals up until the late 60s when they saw it in wasps.
Maybe like teamwork or cooperation, something like that. What do we think?
I feel like teamwork might be in like fish and other things like that.
Oh, true. Empathy?
Would it be something like mothering child?
Oh.
Like the queen wasp?
That's the queen bee. I don't know if I'm going down the wrong path there.
Yeah, I don't know if we can get any closer, but yeah, sort of empathy, mother and child relationship.
So more closer to the mother and child, wasps exhibit with themselves and with humans impression or facial recognition, actually.
Oh.
So you're able, if you can keep wasps as a pet, which my son and I have for years. We had a giant nest in our backyard. They don't bother you. Do not breathe on them. They react very aggressively to carbon dioxide, which is why when you're around them and you get excited, they get more frenzied because you're breathing heavier. So please do not kill the wasp for everyone out there. They are what's called indiscriminate pollinators, unlike bees who only retrieve and place in certain flowers. Wasp land, pick it up, drop it somewhere else. They're great for the environment. And as long as you stay out their way, they're going to leave you alone. That's my PSA for the day. Don't breathe on them.
Don't breathe on them.
Hold your breath.
I wasn't about to, but...
Or give them a dirty look, because apparently they can read your face.
They'll recognize
They'll remember you.
They'll remember.
Yeah.
Hey, who's this guy looking at me with that smug face?
All right. For the 100 class of the Dewey Decimal System, Philosophy and Psychology, this religion feels ancient and mystical, deeply rooted, but it has a clear modern starting point. Who is considered the founder of modern day Wicca?
Is it Willow from Buffy?
Yeah.
It is an alliterative name. I will give you that hint.
Or Willow from Willow?
I remember, I kind of know, I think I know who the person is here, but I'm having trouble remembering the name. I think it's like Abernathy or
Didn't he
something
make basketball?
sort of.
I thought Abernathy was the inventor of basketball.
I mean, it's something like that. It's like Alistair.
It's not Vincent Gallo.
I don't know. It's like the kind of name that you would think a guy who invented Wicca would have. I don't think we're gonna pull it though. Do you guys know this character that I'm talking about?
No.
No.
All right, give it up, Alan.
So I wish it was as cool as Abernathy Alabaster. It is Gerald Gardner. Could not be any more of a 1950s white man's name.
Maybe I'm thinking of like the Satan guy.
Potentially, yes.
I could see the newsreels talking about him like he invents Wicca and he has a green thumb. You know, like
exactly. Yeah. He did go by the name Sire, Scire. But my girlfriend is really into Wiccan lately, so I just said, hey, why not?
Come down to Gerald Gardner's store to hex all your friends.
Yeah, right.
Hey, walking through the streets of down here right now, that's kind of what you hear, actually. So,
everyone's got the transatlantic accent in New Orleans down there.
It's whatever will draw you in. We're just trying to hustle. If we'll put on any accent if it gets you inside to buy something. For 200 class of religion. Across the world, there's millions of people who pray 5 times a day, oriented to the same direction, east. And the physical point, in Islam, what is the name of the direction Muslims face during their prayer? So the official name, according to the religion, that for the direction of east.
You're not talking about like Mecca.
Correct. No, not Mecca.
Like, there's a name for
the direction itself, not to the point.
Mm-hmm.
Those all of those words are things that I've tried to study and they just never stick with me. I think it starts with a Q, but I don't know if anyone knows any.
I can't pull this. We actually were just going over some Islam stuff in one of the classes that I'm in, but unfortunately we didn't get this deep to go into the specific terminology for the direction of prayer.
I don't have anything on this one.
Q is correct. You're getting there.
Q. Yeah,
I mean, we'd have to just make up a Arabic word, which we're not going to do. So
no, let's please no Melville, no Dewey Melville here, Melville Dewey here. It is Qibla, Qibla, Qibla.
Okay,
Qibla.
Okay. So that is the direction, the facing orientation of the prayer. All right, moving to 300 social sciences. As I've mentioned, I'm down here in Mardi Gras. I'm down here in New Orleans, and one of my favorite parts of New Orleans is Mardi Gras. And while it may steal the spotlight of the season, with Ash Wednesday being the official ending of the season and the beginning of the Lenten season, what is the beginning of the carnival season known as? And I can give you the date it occurs on, if that would help.
Wouldn't it be Fat Tuesday? Or are you looking for like a religious?
It's the beginning. So Fat Tuesday is the day is the last day of the carnival season. What is the official defined beginning known as?
Palm Sunday? Isn't that the start of that?
Yeah, I think so.
No, because if I remember correctly, Ash Wednesday is after Fat Tuesday, or is it also called Shrove Tuesday? And that's your first day of Lent. Palm Sunday is like 7 days
right
before the end of Easter.
Right.
So I don't know, how long does Carnival last? I didn't know it was is that like a 2-week thing, like Oktoberfest or something? I don't know.
I think it's like a month long.
It can vary. It's based around the Christian calendar and when Easter falls. So it's not a day, it is a date. It occurs on January 6th. And no, we're not talking about storming the Capitol.
That's Epiphany.
Yeah, I was going to say I think that's tied with the 12 days of Christmas and Epiphany or something.
Right. Yep.
And it is known as 12th night or Epiphany, or locally King's Day, because that's when you can eat king cake without your coworker yelling at you.
Nice, Earl. Yeah, Epiphany. You had an epiphany.
You had an epiphany.
It was Epiphany.
Moving on to 400 with language. Despite what many people assume, there is no universal sign language across the globe. Approximately how many recognized sign languages are taught in schools around the world? And so I included the in schools because obviously you have tribes and different things, but according to government census across the globe, approximately how many? I'm going to give you within 15. I just made up that number. Please don't try to do any game theory about where that fits into the percentages.
Let's say, oh boy. Let's say, how many countries are there?
180? Is that ish?
180?
I would guess not more than that.
And we're looking for how many countries teach it, or how many
sign languages?
How many official sign languages are taught? So I can't exclusively say by governments, but it's within a governmental style organization. So I'm excluding, indigenous tribes or
Yeah. Well, I mean, American Sign Language is pretty prevalent in other countries too that teach it in like universities and stuff. So not that many, but I'm assuming like
I would say like 70 would be my guess.
But he gave us a range of 15, and the rule of thumb is always as 10%. So regardless of what
he just said not to consider it.
It's obviously 150.
Let's say 70. That's
75.
My guts rumbling. 75.
All right,
Bump it up
75.
a little bit.
You'd have to add another 100. So you're gonna get different figures across, but the most readily available figure that I saw more often, it's ranges, but the average of those landed at 175. So anything from 160 to 190 would have gotten you there. If you include indigenous or tribes, it jumps up to over 400 different sign languages across the globe that we are even aware of.
Way more than I thought.
Yeah, when you started doing, I figured somebody would go the country route, but yeah, I was pretty shocked by that too. I am probably a third grader with ASL, and if I ever bring that up in passing, people are like, "Oh, sign for me," and so I just always default to "We wish you a Merry Christmas" because that's the only thing I remember fully from like in kindergarten, and
Sure.
Everybody's like amazed by it, and so it's my great party trick at this time of year, certainly.
Now, no one can see this, but we can see this. Can you show us? And no one else will get to see it.
Sure.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay. Why is your finger going in your mouth?
That's for the figgy
That's a
pudding.
little extra flair.
Figgy pudding. Okay.
And here I just know my go-to is orange pancake. You are an orange pancake.
See, I like that. That looks like a good insult too. You wouldn't know it, right? You could look if you look really angry.
Well, and real quickly to share something I did refresh my memory on when I was reading is American ASL, American Sign Language, is so much more dictated over any other languages about inflection of how you deliver the sign, and so it's just further to the point of like how pompous like Americans are of like, no, we say words like this or like this, you know. So
that's funny.
So anyway, all right, moving to 500 for natural sciences. My second favorite animal, an apex predator known for its power, stealth, and its stripes. What ecosystem are Bengal tigers especially known for inhabiting?
I think Bengal tigers would be in like the rainforests, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I thought they had Bengal tigers in India though.
They have rainforests in India.
Okay. Yeah, tigers are usually rainforesty. Keith?
Yeah, my brain was first going to rainforest. That would be my guess.
Okay. All right.
Ever seen The Jungle Book? Little movie called The Jungle Book?
I haven't seen it in a long time.
You ever read a little book called The Jungle Book?
I've read The Jungle. Does it have animals in it?
Yeah.
It did at one point.
It did. Live or dead. So you're close with forest. It's not a rainforest. It is either a mangrove forest or a bog or marsh or swamp.
Oh, swamp creatures. Okay.
Yeah, they're fascinating creatures. They're some of the most powerful by pound and most intelligent per size of their body in the world. It's kind of amazing.
Sounds better than the jaguar, that's for sure.
Well, when it comes to bite, jaguar's got it, but maybe not the size there. The girth of the tiger, the Bengal tiger.
Moving to 600 for applied sciences or technology. There's one person that has shaped the computering world and war. We know this gentleman as Alan Turing, and he even has a test named after him. But who was Alan Turing, and where did he study? So who was meaning what did he do, and where did he study?
I believe he was a mathematician.
I believe he was Benedict Cumberbatch.
He was Benedict Cumberbatch. I would say probably he was English, so maybe Oxford.
Oxford, Cambridge, probably.
Yeah.
Do you have an inclination on that?
I mean, Oxford was the first one that came to mind, and then Cambridge was like sort of the second one. So,
all right, let's go with Oxford and mathematician. Yeah.
I mean,
he was a mathematician, but he studied at King's College of Cambridge.
Wow, it's a coin toss.
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
I got a scholarship to King College.
All right, these final three definitely have some liberty. Probably expect you to get one of them with some fun. The other two, we're gonna learn something probably. Unless Keith, you surprise us again, or Earl, you've been quiet. You've dropped a few epiphanies yourself. So,
well, Earl's got the only points that we've had in this round, so maybe one of them will help us.
We get half credit for mathematician, right?
Oh yeah. I'll give us 5.
Oh, and half for forest. Rainforest. It's wet also, but I do love these games at homes where like you can hear you guys are just defeated, but it's like a subject that I randomly know, and I didn't make this intentionally hard, but I certainly wasn't trying to make it the easiest cakewalk. So.
Well, I love a little punishment, if you know what I mean.
You do. All Alan has to do now is just have a question about leather, and we're going to be set.
Well, funny you say that. No. All right. So since I mentioned Mardi Gras, I used to work at a civic center down here in New Orleans, and they had a Mardi Gras ball every year. It was called the Lords of Leather. And all of us single younger men loved working it because you got a lot of tips. It was the most tips you got all year from any ball walking around
leather
cleaning
daddies
up.
are generous.
Yeah. Oh, it was, and I think there was something to be said for them just understanding like, hey, you're here and you're just doing your job, and like, guys are on leashes with, GIMP suits and everything, and you're just doing your job. It was great. I haven't done it in about 15 years, 15 years, but it was really enjoyable when I did do it.
I know we said that Matt and Jeff weren't here the last 3 weeks or so, and we'll just, now that it's a comfortable space, we're just going to talk about the fact that actually they're in GIMP suits over there. It's okay, guys. One more week.
Quiet down.
Okay.
That's why I brought it up. I couldn't hold it in anymore. I just see them shaking in the corner, like they edge ever so slightly to the screen. All right, 700 for arts and recreation. For a brief period in the early 20th century, the Olympic Games actually awarded medals for someone who medaled. They awarded medaling for creative writing. Which founder of the modern Olympics won a gold medal for art?
Yeah, it was in the 96 was the first Olympics in Athens. And I remember this thing. It's like there was I think it was only the first and only Olympics. There was an art category where you just paint some paintings and judges judge them. And the guy that made the category won it, and then it never came back. And the Olympics turned more sports, I think. I think poetry lasted a little longer, but
significantly less interesting than watching a guy go down a ice sled at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, I mean, speed painting would be very fascinating, So we're looking for someone in the late 1800s painter who also was someone who started the Olympics.
That's how I remember it. I think it was just some like French guy. Like if I remember correctly, he painted the Seine. Maybe maybe I'm putting things together, but I think it was just like an oil painting of the Seine or something. But
is it like
I have no idea.
Matisse or
Gauguin?
Seurat, Matisse. Trying to think of
Keith is. I mean, you've nailed every bit of the person except for their name.
Is this person, Alan, like a recognizable famous artist, or is it just a person who happened?
You would probably only get it from them being a founder of the Olympics, to be honest with you.
Okay.
We're gonna say Jacques Peintier.
Hey, Peintier is not too far away. It is Pierre de Coubertin.
Okay.
All right.
He was a founder of the Olympics, and exactly like Keith said, he created the art category. He won the gold medal, and it never came back again.
Got what he wanted.
All right. And like
what
I mentioned,
is this basketball?
I do basket de fruta. I don't know what accent that was. Excuse me. Like I mentioned, these last three I took some liberty with, so bear with me on this one right here. For 800 for literature, I'm going to read you a quote. This has nothing to do with the question. It's just I needed something literature-based. It's from a book I read on an airplane, and it just always stuck with me. The thought of an afterlife frightened and fatigued me. I had never been able to adapt myself to this world which I am living. Of what use would another world be to me? It just always stuck with me. I read it in my late 20s, and it's like, wow, oh my gosh, one of those like moments, right? So now with the liberty part of the literature question, what is E.T. short for? I'll give you a hint. This is a riddle. Again, what is E.T. short for?
He ain't got no legs.
In literature, right? We're talking about?
It's a riddle, Neil. Keith is right.
He ain't got no legs.
I'll give you 0.75. It's so that he could fit into his UFO. So I didn't want to ask a boring literature question. No offense to any readers out there.
What book was that from?
The 101 best dad jokes that my son gave me years ago.
No, the original quote, the intro quote.
Sorry.
Also from the 101 best dad jokes of all time.
He's like, hey, Dad, by the way, you're here's this, and then here's this.
This is a book of dad jokes that starts with philosophical quotes.
It's from The Blind Owl. It's from the early 1900s, a Persian author. I picked it up in the airport one time, and it, just for some reason it called out, and literally that. Probably that entire book, or why that book was calling out, was for that one quote when I saw it at the time. It was just incredible, and it sticks with me. And it personally makes me think of a lot of good, bad, ugly, however you want to approach life. All right, guys, thanks for bearing with me on this fantastic journey for me and Christmas and birthday present. So to round it all out, 900 history and geography. again, we're just going to learn something here. Maps existed long before this gentleman put them together, but one person finally decided that we must all be bound together into a single unified work. Who created the most known first atlas? So who is credited as the first known atlas publisher, an individual?
I think of Rand McNally when that comes up.
Rand McNally?
I don't think that would be the very first one.
Right.
Probably Mercator was later as well, right? Of the Mercator projection.
Right.
But the first one...
Could it be Vespucci, maybe? Like, did he do...
Ooh, that kind of sounds about right.
Amerigo
I was going to say
Vespucci.
John Map.
Oh, like John, was it John Crafter?
I will call it Map after myself. Yeah, Vespucci, that sounds pretty good.
So Keith, they actually did. I had to confirm this, but I thought you were right, or in the ballpark. Vespucci and this gentleman did live in the same time, and they actually did share this gentleman drew from Vespucci's works. It is Abraham Otelius. He's a Dutch cartographer, and he was the first person to bind multiple maps with a logic to them of saying, page 1 goes to page 2, goes to page 3. It wasn't said exactly like that, but that's Abraham Otelius.
Which actually translates to John Map.
Yeah, right. John Map in Dutch.
Dutch
Willem will
boy
confirm.
could tell you, yes.
That is correct.
Guys,
Well,
again,
that's
thank you.
Yeah, of course. That was our game today. Alan, we had a great time. Any final shout-outs from you?
Just want to say congrats to my son for finishing out one more semester. I can't be more proud than him. I think he'll listen to this one. And just Keith, Earl, thanks for joining. And you two guys. Oh, and Matt and Jeff back there. Sorry, we'll unzip you a little later. But no, just guys, thank you. And like I said last time, go through your bank account, find everything that you're paying for twice or that you don't want to pay for anymore, and give that money to these guys because they've just how much joy have they brought you. So yeah, thank you guys. That's my shout out. Please.
Well, thanks so much.
Well, thank you,
Keith. Any final thoughts from you?
Did we get a final score? Did Neil say how badly we did?
Well, I guess you did. We erased it.
I erased it, but I can tell you what it was. It was we had 95 going into the final round. We had one question correct from Earl, and we had 2 fivers. So we add 20. So we ended with 115.
And a 7.5 from He Ain't Got No Legs.
Oh, that's true. I'll give you the 7.5. So we're at 122.5.
And a perfect midpoint, though. That's worth a gajillion berry.
Well, that's
points.
where all the points came from. Was the midpoint? So.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. It's been a while since I've been on here. I may have shouted this out last time, but support your community theater. I haven't acted pretty much since the kids. I was in a show in 2020 that was supposed to go up in March, and then we never did because you know what happened. But I'm hoping that my kids are starting to be good enough that my wife can put them to bed together so I can do some rehearsals. Although I've been hearing them screaming and yelling and chasing each other in the other room. So I might not be able to audition for a couple more years, but I miss acting in theater. But regardless, there's people out there in your local community that are doing theater. They're putting their hearts and soul into it. Not 8 days a week, not for months at a time, but 2 or 3 weekends, go out, see a play, see a musical. You'll probably be surprised at how good some of the local stuff is around you.
Yeah.
And finally, Earl, thanks for pulling the long shift today.
Yeah.
I know we were kidding about it being 3 weeks, but you pulled a serious shift of
all day.
podcasting work today.
Now he knows how the sausage is made here.
Yeah, that's right. And we appreciate you. Thanks so much for coming by.
Just
and,
make sure you take the rest of the cocaine and don't leave any here.
Take these boys out when you leave, too.
Yeah.
Use the WD-40 on their zippers. Yeah.
That's right.
Get them out.
Lastly, always using the WD-40 on our zipper is Airwave Media.
Airwave Media.
Go to airwavemedia.com. Check out other great shows such as The Ancient World, History of Everything, and The Secret History of Hollywood. Airwavemedia.com, our beloved network.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you so much to them. Thank you very much to Alan and Keith and also Earl for being here today. As Alan said, thank you for those kind words, saying that we do stuff for the listeners, but the listeners do stuff for us, like give us great content and come hang out with us and provide some great games and everything.
Jeff, you want to close it out for us today?
Well said.